Welcome, Summoner. In the first episode of Learn to Play League right from the start, we will talk about motivation, champion abilities and champion pools, team communication, and good habits to start with. You will find timestamps in the video description below if you want to skip to a specific topic. If you are new to the game, also be sure to check out my beginner guide for Season 8. So, welcome to Summoner's Rift. The most important thing right now is have fun. This is a time to experiment as no rules are set and everything is allowed. Also Smite is not available, which means there's no jungler in the game. So you cannot even play a real meta game. So you can go to any lane with any amount of allies. What you should focus on is yourself, so ignore other players for now unless they really want to try to help you. Nevertheless, if you want to be prepared for your first matches, follow these steps. You should try to pick up a new champ every 2 to 3 matches. Picking a champ on your own will give you a better understanding what they can actually do, which will help you to beat them once you will face them as an enemy. Under Collection and Champions you will find your currently available champions to play. Click on a champion profile picture and on abilities. Here you can select between the champion's abilities and passive. You will see a text explaining the ability and an animation how this skill looks like in the game. This way you will have a basic idea what your champion does before you're going into the game. Make a mental note for yourself what you would like to level first. It doesn't need to be the right choice. We are here to learn the basics. We will optimize later. But here are some hints that will be true in 99% of the cases. Always level up your ultimate when it is available. This will be at levels 6, 11 and 16. You will want to spend one ability point in each of your QWE abilities first to unlock them. This means that at level 3 you should be able to use Q, W and E. Then you will want to maximize one of your basic abilities before starting to maximize the next one. This means if you want to max Q first, always put an ability point into Q as long as you can, before starting to max W or E. But again, level your ultimate whenever possible. Also don't worry if you don't know which items you should buy for a champ. Every champ will come with a recommended item set. Again, it won't be optimal, but it won't be wrong. Now it's time to pick 3 champs by your own preference. Do you like the profile picture, the name, or buy a cool ability? If so, mark this champ for yourself. Now repeat it 2 more times so that you have 3 champions for your champion pool. Get familiar with the abilities of these 3 champions. You are maybe now asking, why 3? You will pick your champion at the same time as your allies, and every summoner on your team needs to pick a different champion. So you will have to choose another one if you logged in too late. So you still have 2 champs to fall back to. And you won't need to play a champ that you have no idea about at the moment. Also with 3 champs you do not need to read about too many abilities without actually using them. After you played 2 or 3 games with one champion, remove that champ from your champion pool and place a new one you haven't played yet. You can select a limited amount of champions at the beginning. But don't worry, you can try out 14 different champions for free each week with the intent to cover each champion class. But wait, wasn't LoL for free? And what's the champion class? Yes, it is free. You can unlock your favorite champion with Blue Essence. This is the in-game currency that you can get by playing the game. No credit card needed. Every champ is unique, but wants to fulfill a specific task. But more on this in another video. Let's continue where we stopped last time. Click on Play. Select Co-op vs AI and choose a difficulty level. I highly recommend to stay in the Co-op vs AI mode in the beginning. If you choose a PvP game, there is a high chance that your enemy will be much better prepared than you at the moment. One of my future videos will give the hint that we covered enough basics to start playing PvP. Now look for a match. And select one of your champions from your champion pool. Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. You already learned how to purchase your recommended item. So let's focus on our next important topic, team communication. As the internet is full of trolls, not every match will be an enjoyable experience. Some people are abusing the communication channels of the game to annoy the fellow players or worse. Also there are some people out there that expect that you know what you're doing from the first match on. Do not get triggered by such people. LoL made an improvement in this regard as you can mute every player, allied or enemy. In order to mute a player selectively, press the tab button. At the very right side of the player portrait, you will see 3 buttons. One button is muting the player's chat, his emotes, and his pings. You can also mute the game chat completely by typing mute all in the console. Type it again to unmute the game chat. This way you do not need to read the comments, nor do you need to listen to the pings. Use these techniques at the beginning of the match if you do not want to be distracted at all. Or mute a player as soon as an argument is going on. There is no point in arguing during a match. The feedback that you will get during a match will often be not constructive, nor should you waste the game time with extensive typing. Focus on your own improvement, stay friendly and positive. But let's come to the main use of the tabulator bar. In this window you see the bought items of your team and your enemies. By knowing which items you and your enemies have, you will be able to determine your strength. Generally, the more legendary items you carry, the more powerful you are. Let's come to the last topic of today. Good habits. It is always a good habit to try to last hit a minion. We talked about this in the beginner guide, but again, do not underestimate the power of last hitting. Try to get a solo lane during your first bot games if possible to practice last hitting. If you're in a duo lane, do the same. Do not focus on killing the enemy champion bots, because it won't be that easy in a real game. CSing is the art that you should practice. For your first match, if you are in a solo lane, try to get 50 CS by 10 minutes. If you are in a duo lane, try to get 25. For your reference, the maximum CS at 10 minutes is 114. After reaching that goal, return to base and see what you can buy. And then head to the mid lane and push towards the enemy inhibitor. Another good habit is to use your trinket when it's on cooldown. Try to put it in a bush that seems viable. This way you get used to using active items. Also note that you can have up to 2 trinkets in your inventory, and that trinkets disappear after a while. Another great habit to train is to buy a control ward on every bag when you have more than 75 gold left. You can have up to 3 in your inventory, but there can only be 1 control ward per player on the map. Control wards can disable enemy wards, and will only disappear if destroyed by an enemy or if you place another control ward. To be fair, you will not need this item in bot games, but it is really good to train this habit from the beginning. One last note, control wards are also referred to as pink wards, as they replace the pink vision wards at the end of Season 6. So, that's it for today. Push your assault into the enemy base, destroy the Nexus, and GG, well played Summoner. Thank you for watching this episode of Learn to Play League right from the start. If you are looking for a comprehensive beginner guide, check it in the description below. If you liked the content, like and subscribe,